to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Got it. I got him. 50's the mic.
Here's Wilson to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Travis Kelsey, 26 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Lutz with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw it here. Vick. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. 35 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Space to maneuver at the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Let's go deep, Tiger.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They complete it to Hill. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Dickerson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Wilson, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he's going to go down again. Lawrence Taylor in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Lutz with the extra point, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time. He's back to throw. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That throw by Vick incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Randy Moss complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Dickerson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon.